Hey, everybody.
Hello, we hope you're well. We hope you're healthy and safe. We have a jam-packed episode this week.
Huge episode.
We actually got to go to Longleaf Pioneer Resort. We saw the Julep there.
Yeah, we went to the Julep house.
It's minty fresh, so nice. We'll give you a sneak peek, and we want you to check out their channel too. Link in the description below. And we have Lindsey Massey on the show this week.
Who?
Lindsey Massey, local influencer, really active on TikTok, Instagram, stay-at-home mom, does all these like really cool posts about her family. So we're going to find out more about her. Also has a dress she's designing in Kansas City that's coming out next month. So really looking forward to hearing about all that stuff, because have you ever designed a dress?
No.
Yeah, I have no idea what goes into that. So we're going to find out. We're going to find out. We're going to find out more. We want to remind you to like, share, subscribe, follow us on Spotify. You can leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Check out our website, thehardystreetboys.com, for exclusive merch. And you can support us on Patreon. What is Patreon, Jamie?
Patreon. Yeah, it's a way you can support us and also get cool like behind the scenes footage. You can also get early access to our episodes and things like that.
Yeah. $3 a month gets you early access. $5 a month gets you the behind the scenes. And we're going to start a show called The Hardy Street Boys After Dark, because we need to do more, and we want to give you a hot take of what happened in that episode. So we'll talk about like what Lindsey was really like, that kind of stuff. You won't be able to get it anywhere else, so check out our Patreon and at least see what it's about. I think we need to get this show started, though, so if we want to do all these things.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go. Come on.
The Hardest Street Boys, Hardest Street Boys, Hardest Street Boys, it's the Hardest Street Boys.
Like and subscribe. Well, Jamie, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well. How are you, sir?
I'm much better. I'm much better. Feeling really good. You know, we did our COVID episode last week, and it was weird.
It was kind of a downer episode. I think I was half asleep during the whole taping.
Yeah, well, it's okay. I'm blaming it on brain fog. Just as a society, we all have brain fog.
Yeah, coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah, man, it's good to kind of be back to normal.
Yeah,
thankful that was short-lived and symptoms were mild and all that stuff.
Oh yeah.
So what'd you get up to this past week?
Man, it was been kind of low-key, just working and such, just trying to kind of get back to normal. Went and had a bite to eat here and there around town, you know.
Yeah, this is that time of year where, like, as a person, I enjoy kind of staying indoors. You know, I love the cooler weather. But when you have a show, it's kind of like, wait, so what's really going on? It is hard to keep your ear to the ground, just because everybody's kind of atoning for what they did in December. You know, during the festive period.
Oh, definitely.
But yeah, I had a pretty good week. Really, one of the highlights was you and I getting to go eat at El Rayo.
Yeah, that was delightful.
It sat in the bar area, had the queso deluxe.
Yeah, I don't think I always get the number 10 can, but we went with a queso deluxe.
It's like it's like if you don't really want to go for the full number 10 can nachos, it's a good substitute.
Good dip.
And had a quesadilla, and then I found my new favorite taco.
Okay.
The shrimp taco.
The shrimp.
The flavor profile, like the jalapeno, cilantro, and there's like a jalapeno crema sauce they put on there.
Yeah.
The shrimp tacos now. Now I still love skirt steak. I had the skirt
that's
steak.
Still my number one.
I had skirt steak with the avocado on top. Actually, Dominic, he gave me that suggestion once, and I was like, man, the avocado on top of the skirt steak really helps. But shrimp is, I think, where it's at.
Yeah, I had both of those, and they were both amazing. But I still think skirt steak is my number one. And then I took your advice and got the avocado because it's muy excelente.
It's good, right?
Yeah, very good.
Yeah, and then we had the strawberry basil margaritas. Those were good.
Those were nice. I usually go with a blood orange margarita, but I went with the strawberry basil, and I was not disappointed. See, I'm an El Rayo guy. That's the margarita I normally get. But I branched out a little bit. And it was like a fruit salad. It was it's dangerous because it doesn't really taste. Well, you know me, I love strawberries. So everyone knows that I love strawberries.
Do the thing.
Everyone knows it. Everyone knows it. They know it. They all know it.
You see, you got it.
That's how I do it.
Doesn't it feel good?
I guess
it's freeing.
Everyone knows it.
Yeah, you got to be angry about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So that was a good time, and I didn't get to make it out, but I know that. MS Paint played at the Thirsty Hippo.
Yeah, there was a punk show at the Hippo. I missed it, but I think a good time was had by most of the folks that turned out. Great music.
I love punk shows because you get, well, it's never just one band. And it's usually like, it tends to be shorter sets.
Yeah.
You know, but
yeah, shorter sets, a lot more bands.
But those shorter sets are also really high energy.
That's exactly what I was going to say. The energy is indescribable. It is amazing.
Yeah, I hate that I missed it too. I ended up cooking actually. I actually cooked my own steak. I went and got one of those dry aged steaks. You know, we did that at the Flatos.
Yeah. We did it at the kitchen table with the Flatos. That was cool. You didn't set anything on fire, I hope.
I didn't burn anything this time. No oven mitts were burnt. Well, I know not to leave the oven mitt on the cast iron skillet now.
Yeah,
so
you gotta be careful.
I really wish I wouldn't have learned that lesson on camera.
Oh yeah,
but I learned that lesson.
Thankful for Kennard McKay, who's
super
always watching.
Yeah, but also super chill. Like, don't worry about it. Like, I'll pay for it. Like, no, don't worry about it. But yeah, like cooked some steaks and hung out and just kind of enjoyed the inside. And
where'd you get your steaks from?
Corner Market.
Yeah, Corner Market. Did they do the good dry age?
The dry age steaks, they're really good. It's got like a natural, whatever that process is. It's got like a natural like cinnamon flavor to it.
Oh wow!
And so you don't like if you get like I want to say like a cheaper cut of meat, you can add cinnamon spice to it, and it kind of does the same thing.
Interesting.
But it's not like the same.
Yeah.
And so like dry aged, it's also really good to cook if you're going to be inside. I didn't want to go outside and use the grill because it's so cold. So if you're going to be inside, cook it on a cast iron skillet, and then bake it like we did on the Flatos show.
Oh, nice.
It turned out great, and just had a healthy meal and just enjoyed hanging out. But I missed it's been so long since I've been to a punk show. I'm having FOMO regret, I feel like I should have gone.
It's all right.
But I know there'll be more, and that's why I like bringing it up even though we didn't go because the Hippo's open.
Yeah.
People need to
for shows and such, you should definitely go check them out.
Recognize that Hippo's open. So yeah, and they're doing outdoor drinks too sometimes. It's really important to like stay on their social media too. Maybe if they're not having a show. I know Randy and Mason have been out on the
like
front
back
patio.
I think last month they were doing a lot of cool what was it, First Saturday Downtown was a cool thing. They were doing some drinks out on the front porch there. Yeah,
so important to remember that's out there. But yeah, man, I don't know what's coming up in the next couple of weeks because I know this is traditionally kind of a chill time. This week we had Martin Luther King Day, we had a holiday. But other than that, I don't know what
the NFL's in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And as you know, it starts getting a little bit colder outside, which means it's good time for chili. And coming up on February 5th is the chili cook-off at the Keg and Barrel.
Yeah.
It's always a fun affair. People come, they have their teams set up, and that should be a fun time. February 5th at the Keg and Barrel.
The downtown one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, they're also going to be doing one, I think, later this month. They're actually going to do one at their Ocean Springs location. They're going to try it out in Ocean Springs, so that could be kind of cool. Yeah. But, yeah, all kinds of cool stuff, man. Like, I love chili.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Keg and Barrel.
Yeah.
They got some really cool things on the horizon. Expanding, really making some moves. Really excited for them, man. And it's future's bright. For all the Keg and Barrel locations. So, yeah, that'll be fun. Chili cook-off would be fun and something to look out for.
Definitely.
And then, we might actually what I'm looking out for is Hardy Street Boys maybe going on the road a little bit.
A little road trip, eh?
A little road trip.
Yeah, I'm down.
Feeling antsy, sitting in the house all the time. This gray weather. Feel like we got to take a road trip.
We should.
So,
and we shall.
There's lots of places. I'd be curious too if anybody's wants to let us know where we should go.
Yeah, where should we go?
Where do you?
Maybe they should drop it in the comments.
What would be the funniest place to see us? Like just you and me just showing up somewhere.
That would be interesting.
What would be the funniest? And like, don't let your imagination run wild. There's no answer too insane.
Yeah, go with it.
So yeah, man, I'm excited about what we got going. Event-wise, I know it's hard to tell what's up, but yeah, I'm still excited about what we have going on.
Yeah, cool things on the horizon.
But what was really fun was getting to go to the Longleaf Piney Resort.
Yeah,
we went to the Julep.
Yeah,
very minty.
Very minty.
in the Julep.
Yeah, very cozy.
Yeah. Super nice cabin. Longleaf, dude, and the thing is, since we've been to LPR, they have another new tiny home.
Yeah, they're expanding. Like you say, they've added on. They're doing so much more. They've got actual cabins now.
They're doing the dang thing, man. So really, really excited that we have something in Hattiesburg, a local resort that's like but still a getaway.
Yeah.
But not really that far.
If anyone knows anybody coming to town, you know where to put them up.
And they got those Easy Rider e-bikes too, where you don't have to pedal. You could just ride an e-bike on the Longleaf Trace.
It's
historic
so fun.
Longleaf Trace. Get into town. Doesn't take much time at all.
Not at all.
I mean,
don't even have to pedal.
We got to ride that. Yeah, dude, what we've been doing pedaling.
I don't know, man.
It's just like suckers, just pedaling. So yeah, the Julep was fun. Actually, we want to share a little sneak peek with you, and then also encourage everybody to check out their YouTube channel.
Definitely do that.
You know, they're branching out and doing it. So please support people, especially local people who are trying to step out. We firm believers in that. So this is us hanging out at the Julep.
Take it away, us.
The Street Boys, it's the hottest Street Boys.
Here we are.
This is the Julep
At the Longleaf Piney Resort. It looks minty. Let's take a look inside. I like it.
I love the decor.
I like it. Dude, I like this couch. Look at the lounge possibilities. Ooh. Ooh. Fancy.
Is that leather?
Well, no, actually I think it's animal friendly leather.
Nice.
It's really nice.
About your Longleaf Piney Resort mug.
Hey, cheers.
Cheers.
You could stay here long term. That's the thing.
There's more storage over here, so you just pull this right here, so. And there's some cabinets there with some more bedding inside. How nifty. Get in there and look at that. Dios.
So this is a little twin bed. There's all this storage up here as well. So you put your phone, you can charge your phone. Oh, nice little skylight. Oh man, this is nice. This is fancy.
Nice spacious bathroom here. And here we have the master bedroom. Just big enough for this bed. Pretty much nice storage on the sides. Some hooks and some shelving. I like this one. The Julep. Interesting little commode here in the corner. You flush it with your foot. Isn't that nice?
That's the Julep at the Longleaf Piney Resort. Make sure you book your stay today.
Back to us in the studio. Take it away, us. Thanks, us.
Yeah, that was us at a different location.
I think my hair was different.
At a different date. So
yeah.
Movie magic. But man, so happy for Longleaf Piney Resort. Remember, check out the full video. Links in the description below. They got their own channel, and let's support local people really trying to step out. We're firm believers in that. And yeah, man, really need to see the new cabin too. I'm excited.
Yeah, exactly. They got a lot going on, and if you know anybody coming to town, you know where they can go stay. How about Longleaf Piney Resort? It's kind of cool.
Longleaf Piney Resort. Get your privacy back. That's free. Y'all can have that.
Yeah.
But man, I'm excited. I'm excited about our guest this week, Lindsey Massey. She's an influencer, stay-at-home mom. Does a lot of stuff like posts on the internet about her family, designing a dress. Does a lot of things that like I really. Like, politely, I have no idea about. So I'm really excited to kind of pick her brain and see what that's like. She's from Hattiesburg, you know?
Yeah, I have no idea what any of this is about, so I'm excited to have her on, too.
So there's plenty for us to learn. So after this, Lindsey Massey.
Drew, who was your favorite soccer player growing up?
David Beckham, man. Hairstyles, bro. I also had a major crush on Posh Spice.
It wasn't Paul Scholes?
No.
Well, that was a question I just asked you.
It was.
Yeah.
I wish more people would ask us questions.
People should ask us questions.
Yeah, they could like send videos in.
How?
You can email the hardystreetboys@gmail.com and then we'll actually feature them on the show.
Yeah, people should do that.
Just to get to ask us whatever. And
exactly.
Just film it on your phone. Doesn't have to be super nice or anything.
Yeah, don't even have to be super nice or nothing.
Yeah, just let us know.
Yeah.
We want to hear from you.
Just guys swimming.
Swimming guys.
Who is our guest today? It's Lindsey Massey.
Yeah. Coming on the show. She's here now.
Thanks, Jamie.
Thanks.
So we have today with us Lindsey Massey. Lindsey, how are you today?
I'm good. I'm really good.
It's exciting to have you on. You're from Hattiesburg, but you are an influencer. Would you consider yourself an influencer? Because you're a big deal on the internet.
I mean, I think the term kind of makes anybody feel strange.
Right.
But, I mean, yeah, I guess probably so.
So, like, we were talking a little bit earlier. This isn't something you've done, like, forever. This kind of just fell into your lap. What did you do before you were, like, producing content?
So before I was producing content, I worked as a nuclear medicine technologist, and I did that for a few years until I had kids, and then I came home to be a mom.
So nuclear medicine is like you work in a submarine, right?
No, and I don't make bombs. That's your next question. So nuclear medicine is, I think the best way to explain it is like the opposite of x-ray. So whenever you shoot an x-ray, the camera puts off radiation to the patient. And so when you do a nuclear medicine study, you inject radiation into the patient and the camera picks up that radiation and makes a picture from that.
Right. Okay. So this is like, that's fancy.
Yeah, I think so. I love my job.
Yeah.
I mean, I loved it.
Yeah, that just sounds, that doesn't sound like it's easy. It sounds like you got to do a lot of training to get to that point.
Yeah, I did 2 years of x-ray school, and then I did an extra year of special training to be able to do the nuclear side of it.
Right. Wow. And so then when you had a family, right, when you had a child, that's kind of how the stuff on Instagram, came about. So what was that transition like, and how did that come about?
So when I had my third baby, when he was probably about a year old, like his birthday is in April, mine's in March, and I remember my husband giving me like a legit camera, like the white Canon, like it was so special because it was white and I was obsessed with it. But I had a really good friend who taught me how to shoot on manual and to edit in Lightroom. And so when I would post things on Instagram, I would have brands reaching out and it was like, hey, can I send you this swaddle? And you take a picture of your kid in it and tag us or whatever. And then I actually, at the same time as I had my fourth baby, I started a blog because I had baby books that I literally have 3 baby books with nothing written in them. And so I was like, you know what, this time I'm going to just do stuff on the internet and use my blog as like a baby book. And so it's kind of like within a year, I got this camera, brands start reaching out, and then I start a blog, and it just kind of went from there.
What's the blog called?
TheMasseyBlog.com.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. And so what is that? That was just talking about your children, basically? Or?
Yeah, I started out sharing a lot of just motherhood stuff. Like each month I would take a picture of Vivi and write about her milestones and how it felt to be a mom of 4 and just kind of sharing motherhood things. And then it kind of just evolved from there into more fashion and things like that. Right.
Well, and then so how did it evolve into fashion? Because I know that's a big part of your life now. So what's that like? How do you get into that?
Yeah, I think that for me, when Vivi was probably about 6 months old and, I started to feel like myself again, I had kind of lost baby weight. I was feeling like, okay, we're officially done with kids. And I started to share more outfits and things like that. And so when I would post our pictures after church on Sunday, it was like, where's your dress from? And where'd you get your kids' shoes? And things like that. And so I remember applying for Like to Know It. That's like a shopping platform. You click on the picture, it tells you where to buy all the things. And so I actually got accepted the first time I applied, and I told my husband it was so funny because I called him. I was like, hey, I just got an acceptance email from Like to Know It, and I'm wearing a year of 2000 UMC x-ray shirt with holes in it and like faded out leggings. And I was like, but I'm going to share fashion, but like I look like I'm homeless. So here you go.
Well, you still have to be comfortable. No matter how fashionable you are, you need to have comfortable days.
Yeah.
Well, that's so cool. So it started with like, a swaddle for your kid, and now it's like what you're wearing and just kind of basically what you're doing. What's it feel like to kind of have your life on display like that?
So at first, I think I did a lot of comparing, like what I should be sharing and kind of what other people were doing. And I think when I really started to not really care, I gained a lot of confidence, which is crazy. But sharing on the internet, I have really gained a lot of confidence and evolved into like I really don't care what people think anymore. And so when I started to share what I wanted to and putting things out there, for example, I'm sure you've seen on my page, we had to have a vasectomy reversal to have our kids. And a lot of people are like, why would you share that? But you would be surprised at the amount of messages I get in my inbox of people who want to talk about it. It's a lonely process. When we went through it, we didn't share with anybody. And now, because I put something out there that people probably are like, why would you share that? I've been able to have a lot of conversations with other women and just kind of encourage them through the same thing. So it's been good.
Well, and that's what's cool about the internet is that in situations where previously you'd feel lonely, you know, you find a community, you know, and that's the thing is you go through your grid on Instagram. That's where you have most of the comments are those posts where you're talking about something that you probably maybe other people would think was taboo. That, I mean, there's clearly people have an interest in that. And I mean, so what's it like to now you have 4 kids? Man, that's got to feel great.
2 stepchildren. Like, yeah, we have a big family.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's it like having a big family in Hattiesburg? And I mean, because you have a lot going on. You got animals, you have kids, you got a lot to take care of. What's that like?
It has been something that I think whenever we got married, to go from not knowing if you're going to have any children, you know, of your own to having 4, I feel, not to sound so cliche, but I feel like really, really blessed. I mean, I look at them and I'm like, out of everything I could ever do, being a mom has been the best blessing for sure.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's beautiful. Well, and then to look more kind of to the business side, I know you're designing a dress. All right, so me and Jamie have no idea about designing or dresses. So how do you get to that point with the family and the animals and all the things that you're taking care of at the house? How do you get to that point, and how do you fit it all in?
So the dress, I remember telling my husband I went to a business school in September of 2020. And I was like, okay, I'm going to go learn to grow my Instagram. It's going to be awesome. I think at the time I may have had like 10 or 11,000 followers. Like it was, and so I was like, I'm going to try to grow my Instagram, do more brand work. But I also told him, I was like, I don't think I see me lining the kids up forever. That's one thing. I don't ever force my kids to be in videos or pictures.
Right.
You know, it might be like a can you or would you, but if it's a no, I mean, there's videos you can see of a kid back there petting the pigs while we're doing a dance reel. Like, that's fine. Like, he's living his life. So I never force it. But, but
he's living his life.
That's so, y'all make me laugh. But with all that being said, I remember telling Brad, I was like, I will never, I want to do something else. Like, I want to have my own thing. And so I went to this business school. And it was cool because one of the things they asked, they were like, we're going to show you some tools for Instagram, but what is your business? And so in a room full of women, I was like, you mean like if I wanted to start my own clothing line? And they were like, yeah. I was like, okay, that's what I'm going to do. And so had some contacts and was put in touch with a place that would help me kind of start small as far as the design process. And so I've been able to learn the whole process. And it's been like pattern making and size charts and all the things, and then it went from there to like, okay, let's take your sketches, and basically like they create a sample from my sketches. I fly to Kansas City. I have fit models come in, and so I see the dress on them, and it's like, okay, I don't like this, we're gonna make these changes. And so we make all these changes, and then I leave and come home, and a month later I'm back seeing another sample, and so we're like back and forth. And so I think I've been there probably, maybe 6 times, I think, just going back and forth, just trying to get it right. And so, I've never done anything like this, but it's been really cool to learn the process. And as far as my kids, I think it's really good for them to see mom doing something besides like washing the dishes. Not that there's any shame, but for me, I think I felt like a calling just to do something else too. And so, I do not have my life together. I mean, I forget, I forget all kind of things, and it's not always perfectly pieced together, but that's real life. Even if I wasn't doing a dress, I would still be doing the same thing. I would forget dance practices, and I would forget to brush this one's teeth sometime. I mean, whatever. But, you know, I mean, you just make it work. And it's good for them to see it.
Well, it's important not to feel guilt, too, when you forget something, because I do think some people kind of shy away from stepping out you know?
Yeah.
And because they think that's what's causing that. Like, you're going to forget stuff. That's normal. That's why people, you know,
we
have an
homeschool
assistant.
too. It's like,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, what? Y'all homeschool?
This is our last year to homeschool.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I mean, we knew when we went into this year, this is our last year. But yeah, I mean, it's like it's an ebb and flow and a balance and crazy days and yeah, we do have a nanny, which is helpful.
Yeah.
So, but that's a recent thing, like as of August. But yeah, it's. Your face is like,
because I'm like,
he's like in shock.
Well, what's funny is, you know, we talk about, like, you know, just being busy or being stressed, and like I don't have to worry about. I guess you end up worrying about whatever you have in your life, you know. So it doesn't really matter whether it's 6 kids or with farm animals and with a dress design and all that stuff. Yeah. You'd be worried about something. So you might as well put yourself out there and try, you know, to go big. And that's what's really cool to see, somebody local that's going big and doing all these things. What's some advice to you? I like that you said that you've gained confidence doing this, because Instagram, we know for a fact, especially for young girls, can really undercut confidence. What's some advice you'd have for youth out there that might see you and go, I want to do that? What's some advice you'd have for people on social media platforms so that they can turn it into a positive experience and not a negative?
I would say really to share what you want to share. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean, I can look at all these perfectly curated photos. That's something else I decided. I decided to stop using a filter on my photos probably about a year ago. And I don't mean like the filter that changed your faces, but like that changes the colors to, like, I went with no filter because it's like, I just want it to be me. I decided to stop posting perfectly posed pictures because I'm like, that's not real life. And so I would say just share whatever you want to share and what makes you feel fulfilled, not looking at your Instagram and saying, oh, well, Drew shares this and I probably should try to make mine look a little like that, because that's where I started. And I think when I kind of let that go and started to share things that I felt like were important or that I want, I also look at my Instagram like a scrapbook. You know, like I want it to be something that I can look back on and not just, oh, I shared an Amazon outfit and that's great. And the next day I shared another Amazon or Express or whatever. I just want it to be things that I feel like are important. And so I think when you start doing that, that you kind of lose sight of. Also, don't scroll. I don't do a whole lot of like, I follow people that make me feel fulfilled when I look at their stuff or that I get something from that, and I don't spend hours scrolling.
Yeah.
I can't create and be scrolling. So when I like kind of stopped scrolling and like just kind of focused on my own content and what I was creating, that also helped because you don't really have a choice to copy anybody else or share something somebody else is sharing. You're going to share what you feel like is important.
Right.
So
that's really good advice. Well, and the scrolling too, the fact that you'll never run out of content can't be good for your brain, you know.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that creating content, especially like the reels, it is kind of a creative thing for me, and I've always needed a creative outlet, just like the dress is also, you know, creative. And so yeah, I mean, whenever you do it for the right reasons, it can be a good thing. You know, if you want to share something and it feels good to you and it, you know, you are trying to have a creative outlet or share a message or whatever you want to do and stop worrying about other people, I think it's a good thing. I think Instagram, social media, when used in the right way, can be a good thing.
That's really cool. It's really cool to hear from you because, you know, you're doing it, and I definitely think, especially kids, you know, need to see that it shouldn't be perfect because that's not what life is, and it should just be. It's supposed to represent what you have going on. I do know though that you are looking at it from more of a business standpoint, and you're talking about like being able to edit in Lightroom and having a big an adult camera, you know, like an actual. Sometimes you look at those things, it's like a spaceship. Like, how do I fly this thing?
Yeah.
Like, it's cool to have, but I don't, you know, you have to know how to use that. And with a background in nuclear medicine, I do think some people see, like social media, they might go like, oh, I could do that. But I think you need to have an appreciation for how much time and effort it goes into it. So how much time would you say you spend on it, you know, daily? How many hours a day does it take for you to get that end result?
Yeah. So typical schedule for me would be, and this is like now I don't want to say pre-dress, but pre-last 2 months, because like the dress stuff has kind of had to take like front seat. And I will say I have not created as much content as I normally do, but I will get back to that because I truly do enjoy it. But I normally would sit down and like I have a list in my phone, and anytime I think of like an idea, you see a lot of the same content being shared, like the same reel sounds, the same all these things. But I try to like take it and make it my own. And so anytime I have an idea, I keep a notes in my phone, and so I'll jot it down. And so usually on Sunday when everybody is dressed for church, so I'm not like rushing around trying to get Charlie's hair combed or, you know, this one's hair fixed. Like we're all dressed. So when we get home from church on Sunday, it's kind of like the day I film. And so that's the day we will do reels or whatever we have to do. I do all my filming and content on Sunday, unless it's something that I can like crank out in 15 or 20 minutes, you know, that I'm just a reel that I'm in or just an outfit photo. So that helps a lot, just to shoot everything on Sunday, and then I don't feel stressed all week. But I will say, whenever you post something on social media, you are typically supposed to engage for at least 20 to 30 minutes after posting. And I think that's where I struggle because like to sit down, like you can't just post. You have to sit there and engage on your content, engage on others' content. You also have to be present on stories throughout the day. I think general rule, you should show your face like 3 to 4 times a day. So there are things that require time and effort. And so even like editing a reel, so even if we shoot the reel, then you have to sit down and like put it all together and like edit and add words or add music or voiceovers. And so I don't even know. I mean, a typical day on social media without shooting content would probably be, I would say, 2 hours off and on throughout the day. But as far as like editing a reel, I mean, that might take an hour in itself, not even including the time that it took to rein everybody in to shoot it. We kind of have a rule at our house. Like, I would say we don't shoot anything more than 2 times, maybe 3. Some of our best stuff, I had a Halloween reel that did really well, and we literally shot it 1 time. And I was like, it is what it is. And I think that because I look at it like that, the kids don't hate it so much because I'm like, we're not striving for perfection. We'll shoot it twice, maybe 3 times if it was really terrible, and I'll choose the best one. And it is what it is. So yeah, it's there. It really is a lot of time though, because then it's like I need to like, I have an email list. So it's like you have to draft emails and send out email lists and like post outfits like I do like a like to know. I mean, there's like I could sit here and tell you all the things, and it really takes a ton of time. And that's the point I'm getting at, is because you see the tip of the summit of Everest. You don't see all the other routes you have to take to get there, and it does take a lot of time. And also, like, don't underestimate the creative. What is so satisfying is the creative aspect, but then having to think of ideas, like, what are we going to do? You know, there's that time as well. And so it's just really cool to see what you're doing, and I hope people have an appreciation for it. Once again, the youngins watching too, you know, you want to get into something like that, realize that you're going to have to work at whatever you do. It's not a golden ticket where I'm just going to be on Instagram and people are just going to like me. It's like, no, this is a job for sure. No, and when my account started growing, I literally had like 600 followers. Like, it takes a long time. And I think I was pregnant with Vivi, and Vivi she turned 3 in October. So like, it literally takes time to like grow an account, and you just have to be patient. It just is what it is.
That's really cool. I think it's a valuable insight, I think, for a lot of people to see that. But look, I know, you know, you do a lot of stuff on TikTok and do dances with the family. And, you know, we're wondering if maybe we could actually like discuss how we could make one of those videos. You know, bring your husband in, because he's famous too. Bring him in, and let's do a Hardy Street Boys Massey TikTok mashup. What do you think about that?
I think it'd be fun.
All right, so after this, we're gonna make a TikTok.
Let's do it. Drew, you heard any good music lately?
You know I have.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was it?
Local artist Ray Bradford, friend of the show, bass player, musician extraordinaire, has a new album out, The Dawn Tape, Funkin' With You.
The Dawn Tape. Funkin' With You.
Funkin'.
By our friend Ray Bradford. Oh, wow. Yeah, he was such a cool guest on our show.
Yeah, one of my favorites.
You're picking favorites now?
Well, I mean, you know, it's like no disrespect to like another guest.
I feel like you're disrespecting all the other guests by saying that he was your favorite guest.
No, I'm saying like one of my favorites because it's like it's not.
No, you're literally choosing favorites now.
What? No, it's not that I'm like that. I think one is better than the other.
That's what it sounds like.
No. It's just that people are different, and it's like you just have to be able to appreciate different backgrounds of different people and skill sets, and like just where they're coming from, and like I just really appreciated. Man, you're making me sweat, dude.
Yeah, he was one of my favorites too.
What was the after? All right, we have now both Masseys. We have Brad with us. Brad, how you doing?
Doing good.
Man, I'm excited.
Yeah.
We're gonna make a TikTok.
Great.
You're.
Hey, I might have to run out in a minute. I have a pig that's gonna have babies in a minute. So yeah.
That's pork chop.
Yeah, pork chop. Yes.
shout out to pork chop.
Little vinyl sausages coming. Here we go.
Man, yeah, y'all are y'all stay busy for sure.
Yes,
and like so, real quick, I know y'all do a lot of TikToks, right? What's your favorite one that you've done together?
What's your favorite?
My favorite? I'm going to have to go with, I think I've got two. One is the one we did probably in Mexico. We did that one. That was fun. That was good. The one we did with the pigs, that was good.
That was another fun one.
Yeah. I can't remember that one. What?
Fancy Life.
Fancy Life, yeah.
Yeah.
With Charlie riding we actually a real piggyback ride.
We did it in our
Hey,
pig
if y'all want to
pasture.
come out and ride a pig,
Okay.
Listen. Talk about. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yes.
We've got pigs that you can ride.
Jamie, would you ride a pig?
Heck yes.
Yes.
Yeah, like you said, it's literally a piggyback, right?
Yeah,
it is really. Yeah. They're big pigs now.
Dude, I'm coming.
Well, so I want to just kind of like figure out. We want to be on your TikTok. We want to make a TikTok. So how do we make it? Do you have some examples?
So we can like find a dance that y'all feel like is okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And then we'll like learn it.
And we usually can throw it together in just like one
Do you want
take.
me to,
Usually.
Like, pull it up
Yeah, you can pull it up.
Yeah,
We'll throw it up on the screen.
Okay.
All
right. We're gonna hold it.
You can just show all of us here.
Yes.
Okay.
Good.
I think we should do that.
Yeah.
What do you think about Jamie? Can you do those dance moves?
Yeah.
I think so. I'm gonna work my hips a little bit.
Hey, we got some WD-40 out too, so we can grease them up a little bit. Little lard, little lard. I got my Jazzy outside, so I'll be okay.
You got your. Just get out the Bengay. We'll be
That's
fine.
right.
Tiger Balm?
My Geritol.
Is that still a thing?
Yeah, that's right.
So let's walk through it. If that's the one we're gonna do,
Okay.
what do we have? If we're gonna do the seated first.
Yeah.
So there's a turn
Okay.
on steps. We have two counts, right?
We're gonna go on 8 counts.
Okay.
'Cause that's what the dancer part of me wants to do. All right,
Yeah.
you ready?
All right, count us through.
Here we go.
1, 2,
5, 6, 7, 8.
And turn.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Jump, hips.
This is the hip swinging. Is the
And
hand
I'm
up?
Yep.
Hand goes up on count 5.
Okay.
And then it stays. So turn.
You want to stand up and do it for us?
No.
I think you should stand up and do it for us.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Here, you hold it.
I'm gonna
up.
hold it.
You hold it where we can see
I'm going to hold it where everybody can see. Is that okay?
but
Can
I
I do
gotta
this?
see too, because I
Can we
don't
do
know it.
Two. So the guys in the back.
2,
3, 4, 5, 6. Hop. Hip.
The hips.
5, 7, 8. 1,
One,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Oh,
7,
so that
8.
so
and
that's
you're done.
1, 2, 3.
4, 5,
right.
and you
Okay.
finish
Got
out
it.
the hips to 8.
Got
I
and
think we
you're
can do
done.
this.
Yeah.
I think we
feel
got this.
confident.
Oh, we can so do it.
Yeah.
You guys have a lot of expensive equipment in here.
We're gonna move some of this stuff out.
We'll
We
move.
should.
We'll move some of the
because
furniture.
somebody's going to fall.
All right.
Let's get down to it.
All right. So now this is our TikTok debut. TikTok
Yes.
dance debut.
Here we go.
With the Masseys.
Yes. Here we go. That was awesome.
Wow. That was fun.
That was.
Hey, you missed on count 2, by the way. You need to be a little bit
Oh, I
faster
need to
next
be a
time
little
on count 2.
faster.
All right.
Yeah.
But you, sir, knocked it out of the park.
Thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
You're
Feeling
welcome.
good about it.
You're a
Yeah.
TikTok natural.
Yeah.
Man.
Y'all did
Wow.
so good.
I love to dance.
This, Dancing is his passion.
Yes, that's right.
Not a lot of people know that.
That's right.
But it was so much fun having you guys here. This was legitimately just like a fun day. You know, it was really fun to get all this. That we put a lot of content out today.
Yeah, this was fun.
I feel very, very confident in it. So if people want to check you out, all the links to your blog, social media is in the description below. They can check you out. More Lindsey Massey. Brad, thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for having me.
And this was
fun time.
This was a good time.
I like to be the driver.
Yeah.
You killed it.
We're going to come see those pigs.
Yeah.
Yes.
Piggyback ride.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Jamie, can you play us out?
Sure.
Yeah. That was the show. We want to thank the Masseys for coming on the show.
This is really great. This is going to be its own TikTok.
Yeah.
Yes. Awesome. Nice.
That was good.